Yep.
Okay. So internet can't slow us down. It can't stop us. We were talking about the Thanksgiving games. We were talking about them Bills. They were everybody's pick to go to the Super Bowl. Now, Brandon, we've been talking about the injuries with Josh Allen, Von Miller, the corner. I mean, suppose they can get healthy. Can they still be what we thought they were going to be? Or do they need something else?
I mean, no, I mean they can make a Super Bowl run if things go their way, but they need to figure out this running game and it not be Josh Allen.
So what we saw, they made the big trade for Hines. And we were like, okay, well, maybe that's going to be that little scat back because I know they tried to get McKissick, in the offseason.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't seen Hines do nothing but return a punt or a kickoff. Tommy, is
Yeah.
Cook the guy that's going to put them over the top? Because Singletary is not the guy. I don't know why they keep thinking that he is. Is it Cook that's going to be the guy?
This season, yeah. I mean, and he's foreseeable future. It's James Cook. They may draft again. They may try to pick up another 1A. So I don't think Cooks is a 1A either. But I do believe he's going to be more of a factor than Hines for the rest of this year, for sure.
All right, so I looked at Brandon's team.
And Moss.
And they didn't got every old 49er running back out there. And then I look at Shamond's team, how they've incorporated Eli Mitchell with McCaffrey, I think is amazing because I didn't see that coming like that. So, Shamond, what happened? Why can't they pick up another running back? Why can't they pick up somebody like a Melvin Gordon who's out there? Why didn't they go after Williams that the Rams let go? Is that the name?
So you're talking about the Dolphins, right? You're talking about the Dolphins or the
Bills.
We're talking about the Bills. Obviously, we don't have any faith in Hines or
it's anybody. Because I'm gonna tell you, listen, it's because it's a Kyle Shanahan. It's a system. It's a system.
Well, we know how your system is. I'm talking about the Bills. We keep talking about Singletary. We keep talking about Hines, and we don't want Josh Allen running the ball because I saw Josh Allen take a super.
Don't they have Raheem Mostert?
Don't they got Mostert? And he's supposed to be injured. So why haven't they tried to figure out something else? I mean, I think Melvin Gordon is serviceable. Darrell Henderson, that's what it was.
Melvin Gordon is not serviceable. He is three times the amount of time. Boy can't hold on to the ball.
What about Darrell Henderson then? When the Rams released him, why didn't they try to go after him?
It's because it's about production and. Yeah, and on the practice field, they might show you like potential, but when you get on the field and you're not showing potential, you're not showing gameplay things, because you got a lot of people that in practice, they'll make big plays in practice, but get in the game, yeah.
All right.
So Tommy, it could be one of them.
Okay, it could. Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. So Tommy, the Bills, the way it looks at it, I seen Josh Allen in the last game, and I know y'all saw him. He was running to close out the game. And that one hit on the sideline he took, it was a big hit. And he's supposed to
he was
like
hurt.
That.
I thought he was hurt.
That's what I'm saying. So Tommy, what can they do about that? I mean, is it just Josh Allen? That's the way he's gonna play Cam Newton? I'm gonna be physical.
Yeah, that's just the way he's gonna play.
Yeah, I don't think there's any turning that around. That ship sailed a long time ago.
Okay.
The guy, I want him to do it more than he's doing it right now. I think that's why they're losing until they get a running back. He's that answer, and he's going to have to do it to win a ring.
Yeah, they depend too much on him to win. And
they do, but he's a football player, and he's a big guy. I mean, he is 6'5" and like 240.
He's thick as hell.
He's got to be more.
And he's got moxie that ain't scared of nothing.
He's listed to like 280, but I don't know. But the dude is ridiculous, and so you're running this guy downfield, and that hit I saw him take on the sideline, it was still done by a guy who was probably lost 60 pounds and 5 inches to him. So I'm not really worried about it. You better run.
All right, so I think that he's running more lately, Brandon, and we keep talking about the injury. Do you think that he's running more because he's lacking confidence in his throwing ability because he still is injured and he keeps throwing picks every week? Or do you think that's just the way he's going to be playing?
He's
the way he's playing. Once people's covered, man, he's gonna take off. If Diggs ain't open, he's taking off. He has fucked up a lot in the red zone.
He does what?
He has thrown a lot of picks in the red zone this year, which is one thing he never did before. So.
Aren't they the lowest in red zone
efficiency?
Yeah,
they're one of the worst. Yeah,
they gotta be Denver, unless we just don't get it.
It's gotta be Denver.
All right, so when we flip to the other side, I don't think that the Lions can make the playoffs. Tommy's still optimistic about it.
No,
but looking at the team,
They win
looking
this
at the
next coming
team,
week's a big week for them.
what are they going to be missing for next year? Is Goff going to be the guy to do it? Are they going to look for another quarterback? What do you think it's going to be, Shamond? What do you think the Lions need? Because they're in a whole lot of games, and they just beat the Giants last week and beat them badly. Not that we have high hopes for the Giants, but the Giants are a solid team, and they've hung in there with a bunch of teams. What are they going to need to get over the hump, Shamond? Because I think that division going forward, the Lions and the Bears, I think, are going to wind up flip-flopping the Vikings and the Packers real soon. What do you think?
I mean, I know what you. I'm not a fan of Jared Goofball, so
He's not going to be their quarterback answer.
they're
So
not.
he's going to be gone.
They need a new QB. Yeah, I mean, they probably won't be able to trade up for a CJ Stroud or a Bryce Young, but that's what they need.
If they lose out now, it don't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Because your team is tanking. Your team is tanking. Tommy.
I don't know if they lose out, they still won't be in position to get either one. I don't think.
They only win 4 or 5 games. You could be in top 10.
They've won 5.
Yeah.
Unless they trade up. We'll see.
They got assets. We'll see.
Listen, honestly, I get rid of DeAndre Swift because Jamal Williams is good.
Because apparently they fucking hate him.
Yeah. Tommy, what do you think, GM? You the GM, Tommy. You the GM. You know about all the weapons they have. They still got Jameson that ain't even played yet. Right. He's gonna be a star.
Golf's not the answer, but that's a free agent destination. That's what that is. I don't think they could still get a pick. They could still. But if I was running Detroit, the first thing I'm looking for, I mean, can we afford Lamar? Can we go that big?
Oh my God!
Would Lamar come to Detroit?
We get 3 years of Jimmy G and Jamal Williams and Swift for the next 2 as well. I mean, those numbers, I would be all right. I'll throw a dart at the board because I don't think the Bears are going to do it in the next 2 to 3, and Green Bay's really hamstrung with Rodgers' contract, so they're kind of set.
I like that. What do you think, Brandon?
Yeah.
And for the record, you were like, would Lamar come? Lamar had the Lions on his list of teams to go to.
I mean, with Amon Ra and all them weapons, man, yeah.
St. Amaron's a monster.
And I think they can still draft a good-ass quarterback in the first round.
They can.
If it ain't Bryce or CJ, there's a lot of good quarterbacks in this draft.
And not getting too far into it because we're going to talk about it later on at the end before we go to the next show. Obviously, the first round quarterbacks really ain't always the answer because
it's really
a whole bunch that ain't, and then we found gems in the next few rounds. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, was it Tom Brady like a 6-year-old pick?
Yeah, I mean Tom Brady's one of them, but there's been a lot more lately that have been showing up. All right, so Brandon, look, the Cowboys. I ain't gonna start with Tommy. That's his love. The Cowboys got to win over the Giants. The Giants were shorthanded, in my opinion. And that first touchdown that got called back and the fourth down play when they went for it on the outside. I think those are the things that hurt them, but they barely lost. What was your thoughts about the game?
Well, I didn't watch it because I was, looking at Christmas lights down near Kings Dominion, but I did watch the highlights. I mean, the Giants are what I thought they were. You know what I mean? Daniel Jones ain't it. Don't think he's it. Didn't they have like a 12-minute drive with no points or something like that?
Yeah, some penalties happen with that. And I agree with you, Johnson, with that I thought they were. But I'll tell you what, the reason why they battle like that is because they got a coach that's going to be around for a minute doing big-time things. What was your take on the game, Tommy, when you watched?
We got the defensive player of the year pretty much sewed up. Parsons is out there destroying people, getting another 2 sacks. He's one of the quickest to get there, and he's all over the field. What I love about watching him play is I really don't know where they're going to line him up until the snap. I really don't know where he's going to appear, where he's going to come from until the snap. And is
he better than Judon this year?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Judon straight forward.
Not by the stats, he ain't, Tommy.
Stat-wise, he ain't.
Stat-wise, he ain't, and team-wise, he ain't.
My boy's got 12.
Darius Smith from Minnesota, he's having a hell of a year, too. So he could be up there.
Judon is straightforward every snap.
But see, Tommy, when you look at that, look at the rest of the team. It's easy. It's easier to do that when you got help around
fumbles, with not just counting sacks,
tackles, tackle loss, all that. Look it up in stat-wise. Judon's way better. With picks and fumbles across the board better.
I'm pretty sure he's got turnovers.
Okay, what he got an extra fumble? Who cares?
TJ didn't get hurt.
That's the second biggest stat on defense. He's a monster. He comes off the edge. It's like lightning. I mean,
I agree. Parsons. So that was your takeaway. Parsons and that dude in the
Parsons
defense.
is straightforward off the edge every time.
And they won by 8 points. They won by 8 points, dude. 8. Go ahead, Shamond. What was your takeaway from the game?
I think the Giants is a better team. I just think that I just think that the Cowboys have better players. They have more talent than the Giants. But the reason why the Giants they reunite as a team way better than the Cowboys. And yeah. So, but I'm gonna give it up to Kayvon Thibodeau. Kayvon Thibodeau, he's out there making plays, man. The Giant. They got players that's out there that want to make plays. Their offense, Daniel Jones, I wouldn't be too pressured on him. He's not doing bad, man. He got feet for real. He can run the ball.
It's like his 5th year, man.
I mean, he had different offensive coordinators and coaches every year.
So did every other.
Like how can he get?
Hold on. Let me get into Brandon real quick, okay? Hold on 1 second.
Because I'm about to tell him.
Hold on. So Brandon. So everybody was always dogging Tua. And what was the one thing that you always said? He got a new coach and offensive coordinator every year.
Every year.
Why is that different for Daniel Jones then?
Because it's been 6 years he's been in the league.
It's the same thing, though. You got different coaches and coordinators.
But you can see the eye test tells you Daniel Jones.
Do you not know how? Listen. This is the difference between Tua and Daniel Jones.
Yeah, Tua wins.
Is like
he is a winner.
4'1",
but he's
Daniel
limited
Jones is like 6'6".
I don't care about none of that.
Right. So Daniel Jones, when he's running at you, you don't want to tackle. You don't want to tackle that big ass quarterback.
Wimpy dude. He's big.
And
he's wimpy big, dude. He's wimpy big. Anyway,
drink of water.
Resign? The coach loves him. Is he gonna be the quarterback of the Giants next year?
Yeah. Yes, sir. He will.
Yes. He says yes. Tommy, yes or no?
No. I think they'll bring in competition for him. Yes,
they already did that with Tyrod Taylor.
They'll franchise him into serious competition.
What do you think, Brandon?
I think they're going to sign someone, Jimmy G. They'll do something. Get somebody.
I don't even know if the 49ers will get rid of Jimmy G because he's taking them.
We're already signing.
I mean,
y'all
give up for Trey Lance. Y'all better play Trey Lance.
We'll talk about that later. So we don't know what's going to happen with Daniel Jones. We don't know. But, watching the game, I got so sick and tired of hearing the announcers talk about the Cowboys are doing this to impress Odell. Imagine with Odell on this team. Odell's going to be with them, and they're making one-hand catch. This is a trap. This is all planned out. He's going to be a Cowboy. It's ridiculous, and it pisses me off, Tommy. Yeah, don't smirk, Tommy. Don't smirk.
It shouldn't piss you off.
It pisses me off. It pisses me off that they just kept talking about it over and over and over again. Tommy, if OBJ goes to the Dallas Cowboys, is that enough to overtake the Eagles?
I mean, I think the Cowboys had the Eagles from the get. That's been until they faced injury at the beginning of the year, they were my Super Bowl pick. So, and they've performed beyond my expectations since then. I'm not going to pick again. If they get Odell Beckham, it's not fair.
It's not fair. So they're going to win the Super Bowl.
They have no excuse.
Would they win the Super Bowl?
Yes. They're stacked up in the NFC.
Would they win the Super Bowl?
Will they win? I don't care.
I said, would they win? Would they win?
They should.
Shamond, if Odell goes there, can they overtake the Eagles and your boys and the 49ers? Can they?
I don't think they can overtake the Vikings. Nah.
40-3. Overtake them. They took their soul.
I was wrong about that game.
Odell, I'm sorry. I'm talking about
playoffs. The week before, Parsons, what was that meme y'all put on the group chat? Parsons snatched that job. That was perfect.
Odell, listen, Odell is not the Odell that y'all think that Odell is, bro. His name is not Odell Beckham.
What is
I'm sorry. He's a regular player. He's a normal player. He plays his role. He's not the X factor. Y'all think that he's that It factor. Odell ain't that X factor.
I didn't say that. Brandon, what do you think? Is he going to be an impact enough to get over and hump? or no?
I honestly think he hurts the locker room more than he helps.
See, I said that last year.
Thank you, Brandon.
I've always thought that about him. He's been overrated since he was a Giant. Because he made a hell of a catch.
I said that last year.
He was one of the quickest to 20 touchdowns ever.
He was eating that year.
To 20 touchdowns.
With Eli,
he got hurt.
Eating.
Somebody's going to put that up this year.
Hurt.
But
he was
eating. Got hurt.
He gets hurt every year. He gets hurt when he comes back this year.
But I'm just saying, he was the best. He was statistically the best wide receiver in the league.
He's never been the best.
We can talk about the past all we want to. I'm asking going forward.
I don't think it's enough to put him over the top.
You don't think it'd be enough?
No.
Okay. All right, let's move on then. What is up with everybody going for it on fourth down inside their own territory? Is that a new trend? Is that a new trend? Because I ain't never seen this before. This is ridiculous.
It's in that 40 range. They're just running on.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. So the Vikings and Patriots. Tommy, before we get to what you thought about the game, what's more surprising to you? Kirk Cousins showing up on a primetime game, or the Patriots actually scored 26 points?
Yeah, for real.
It was the Patriots. There was 3 or 4 plays by wide receivers I haven't seen all year by the Patriots. Not once have I seen Aguilar reach out and catch something like that. And
Parker,
I have not seen these guys just go down to the ground snatching balls off the turf. It's crazy. Just to see that happen. Yeah, it was crazy, and they're not going to say. I'm not going to see it again. I don't think that's. Don't start another Patriots season for the rest of the year.
All right, and before we get to our thoughts about the game,
and Mac Jones had his best game ever.
Why did Hunter Henry's touchdown get overturned? That man caught the ball,
see that part, but
fell down the road and then dropped the ball. What happened with that? We don't never know what a catch is anymore. All right, go ahead.
I don't know what a catch is.
Shamond, what'd you think about the game when you saw it? Vikings, Patriots, did it live up to what you thought it was going to be, or did something else different happen? Oh, word.
I think he froze.
All right, go ahead, Brandon. What's your thoughts on the game?
I thought the game would be close, and then I saw the first drive and was like, it's just going to be a blowout. And then I can't believe the Patriots receivers are wide open every fucking play.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy.
What happens? Yeah.
I mean, this is 2 straight weeks that their defense looks suspect, and they're crushing their division, so obviously it's going to be a high seed.
And then the kick return get taken back on them.
Yeah. And I'm like, this team right here, it's going to be a high seed in the playoffs. They
find ways to win. The Vikings find ways to win somehow. I don't know.
Is it Kirk Cousins? What about you, Tommy?
Kirk Cousins.
It wasn't last week. I like Kirk Cousins. He's good, but it wasn't last
Kirk Cousins.
Well, I wasn't Kirk Cousins.
That was Justin Jefferson all day.
Jefferson wasn't getting the ball.
He made some great throws, like the Hawkinson. He made some really good throws.
He made some good throws.
Man, he trusts Jefferson so much. He can make some good throws at him like he can't get intercepted.
Well, wouldn't you? I mean, trust him.
Doesn't everybody do that?
It's not many people have that level of trust and a skill behind it.
Well, nobody has.
He's not risking. I don't think he's risking anything when he does it. I'm like, yes.
But there's certain wide receivers you could do that with.
Yeah. If it's 1, 2, boom, and it's to Jefferson, that's caught. That's all I'm looking
Unless
for.
you're playing the Cowboys, who Jefferson's never done anything.
But like Brandon said, he threw some balls to Hawkinson that was dope.
Yeah, he threw some perfect passes.
You know what I'm saying? I think he played okay there.
You think
especially with the defensive player of the year, Judon on the other side rushing.
Yeah, I think Hawkinson's a pretty solid. That was a pretty solid pickup.
This was the first game I saw him exploit his skill.
Y'all forget who the coach is. Now they got a Higbee. They got a Cooper Kupp. This team could be scary, dude. I'm telling you, they can be scary if Kirk Cousins could just not be a ghost.
And Cook's quietly doing his thing. So.
Yeah, I watched all the games, man. And Justin Jefferson is dangerous.
Is he the best receiver in football?
Yeah.
Nah. Yeah. He's not the best receiver in football.
Who's the best receiver?
Justin Jefferson.
Is it Tyreek Hill?
Right now.
I think there's them too.
That's who I was going to give it to, Coach.
Tyreek Hill?
He's just, you can't do nothing about him. And then if I put somebody else behind him, listen, let me put somebody else behind him, though. If Devontae Adams had the right quarterback, because Derek Carr ain't right,
he had him.
Devontae would be. And DeAndre Hopkins as
He's
well,
the best.
bro.
He's the best
DeAndre
wide receiver.
Hopkins.
That's another guy.
No, not anymore.
Yeah, DeAndre Hopkins is nice as fuck.
Let me ask y'all all one
question.
question. What quarterback has DeAndre Hopkins ever had?
No quarterback.
Kyler Murray.
Nobody.
He's
No.
got arm talent. Kyler Murray's got
Nobody.
arm talent.
Nobody.
Kyler Murray?
He's got arm talent. Last year, y'all sleep on last year. I mean,
Bro,
I don't sleep on Kyler Murray. I just
had
see
to lock pop up for a few games. He was going off last year.
Coach, can I retake my pick real quick, Coach?
I mean,
I got DeAndre Hopkins as the best wide receiver in the league right now.
That's right.
DeAndre
catching
Hopkins.
every single thing that's thrown crazy wide everywhere. It's like Spider-Man out here. If you watch him, it's unbelievable. Every time he's targeted and every time he catches it, it's unbelievable to me.
He smiles about it. He smiles about it too. He be laughing. You can see through the helmet.
Justin Jefferson he's exciting to me.
He don't got nothing on DeAndre.
He looks like
it's kind of like watching Barry Sanders run as a running back, and he just puts the ball to the ref and he just runs. You know what I mean? Hopkins don't really do all this crazy stuff, and Jefferson's kind of like what running back would he be? Flamboyant running back. I don't know. LT. He did no. I don't know.
Like a Saquon at wide receiver.
Saquon at what? Wide receiver.
He's like a Saquon at wide receiver.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, exactly. All right, so the three losers, the Lions, Giants, and Patriots. We all talked about the coach for the Giants. We know the coach for the Patriots and with the skill and the team of the Lions. Going forward, if I give you a 4-year window, GM Tommy, 4 years, we don't know who they're going to draft, who they're going to select, who they're going to trade. But if you had to have faith in one of those teams for the next 4 years, which one would you pick?
I'd probably take the Lions. They nailed this. I think they had the best. They had one of the better picks in the beginning of this year's draft. They nailed this year's draft as far as a 4-year window. Aiden Hutchinson's going to perform every single year these next 4 years.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, and like I said, we ain't
the Giants will too. But I like Evan Neal as well. But
he got hurt too, I think.
Yeah.
All right, so he says the Lions. What do you say, Brandon?
That's a good choice, but I may go with the Giants because I think they nailed their draft as well.
On both sides of the ball, right?
Yeah, and I just think if they get a QB in there that's decent and add a receiver that can play without getting hurt.
But Daniel Jones is doing things without a receiver.
What is he doing?
They're winning. Barkley ain't doing.
He's
Barkley
making plays happen, man.
Last game and they almost won.
I mean, he got the ball 10 times yesterday.
But that's my whole point, though. That's my point. Go ahead, Shamond. Who's your team?
Well, fantasy makes me mad.
I'm going with Brandon. I'm going with the Giants. I'm not going to say I'm going with Brandon. I've already took the Giants. It's because he's necessarily saying that Daniel Jones isn't doing anything. Daniel Jones, I think, is doing a good job, man. He's doing better than a lot of quarterbacks. There's 32. Listen, there's 32 starting quarterbacks in the league. He's doing above average, way above average than these quarterbacks right now, man. And he's got a winning record. If the NFL stop today, he's in the playoffs. So what can you say? And he's the quarterback. He's the quarterback. So I think just keep doing what you're doing. Let the haters hate. And I got it.
Hey, Brandon. All right, Brandon. If you had to take one of these quarterbacks for the next 4 years, are you taking Goff, Daniel Jones, or Mac Jones?
Right. I'm not going to take Goff.
That's what I'm saying. Are you taking Daniel Jones or Mac Jones?
Depending on which team.
All right, let's put them both on the Giants.
Mac.
I might take Mac.
Really?
Yeah.
He's way more of a quarterback than Daniel Jones. He's not going to fumble a lot, and he's not going to,
He can't run like Daniel Jones, though.
No.
Yeah, but he can give her the ball to 3 guys.
He can make more throws.
Okay.
But how can you even compare
that? That's interesting.
Daniel Jones don't really look past 1-2 guys. 1-2 run. Mac hikes the ball and sees 3 and picks 1.
I mean, I saw Mac Jones get benched for Laffy Taffy.
There's different styles.
He's Zappy.
Zappy Taffy. I saw him get benched for him. I don't know. I heard the crowd yelling for Taffy. Right? I don't know. I think it's close. I agree with Shamond. I think Daniel Jones is better than what people want to give him credit for.
I ain't saying he's terrible, but I just don't think he's the answer.
I think he deserves at least one more year. I think he deserves one more year of franchise tag like we talked about before. So those 4-year windows is different. It's funny how nobody picked the Patriots. Nobody picked the Patriots with the Mac Jones, with the running scheme, with the greatest coach ever. Nobody picked that team. I think that's interesting that we all forget about Bill Belichick and the coaching job that he's doing with this team that we think might not even win 3 games.
He does got Kendrick Bourne.
We're very short.
Got Kendrick Bourne.
I got him in the wild card.
Kendrick Bourne, just because he played for the 49ers does not make him relevant at all.
He's even like in the rotation.
Kendrick Bourne, nice. You brought up Kendrick Bourne, dude. Come on,
he's like their 4th receiver.
Kendrick Bourne, really? All right. So we talked about the 4-year window. Another 4-year event that starts or has been started is the World Cup. We're not going to get into the whole politics of the World Cup and all the different things with the different countries. My question is, because as a sports fanatic that I am, and I try to watch all sports, soccer is probably the one sport that I just can't get into, even if it's the World Cup. I want to know, and I don't know if y'all like soccer like that or not. I don't. What can we do? What rules can we change? What can we do to make it more entertaining, Shamond?
All right, this is the rule I want to get off the map. Go! What? That shit's annoying. You're saying go for 30 seconds.
You don't even hear that shit. Minute. USA was 0-0. I didn't hear nobody say that, and I ain't want to watch it. Brandon, tell me something.
I'm not talking about that. I'm just saying,
honestly,
in general.
I want to make soccer
less about
exciting for the casual fan. Like, I could turn on a hockey game, and I'm a Caps fan, but I don't know a lot of the teams or the players. But I could sit and watch a hockey game because I know that it's going to be fast-paced, and it's going to be some fighting going on or something going on. It's going to be aggressive. I know I can get that. That'll entertain me. I can sit there and watch that for a second. When I watch soccer, I can't figure out any things to get me excited about at all, unless somebody just to flop like he got killed or something when he get kicked in his leg. I don't know. Tell me a rule that can change, Brandon, that can make it exciting.
I honestly don't know if you can make it exciting. I mean, for me to watch, because the field is so fucking big. Yes. Make it shorter. I don't know.
There you go. That's
I don't watch it. I don't care about it.
I mean, bro, y'all. It's. I ain't even trying to be on the funny stuff because this is we love everybody, but
I don't.
We just don't mess with that. You feel me?
I'll be real.
All right, Tommy, tell me something. Is there anything that we can do to make soccer more appealing for the casual person?
There's something real easy you could
go ahead
to make soccer better. We need to get the men better. I mean, we struggle as a nation. You want to recognize soccer in the playoffs. You would recognize the players that were in the playoffs and thought they had a chance in real competition. Because that's what we care about as sports fans.
I can't name a single player on their team.
It's real competition. I mean, when the Premier League is in England and not in America, that's what holds us back. And what hurts us even more so as a nation is the fact that the women soccer is actually competitive at that level worldwide. So we have such a gap in something we don't watch. We don't watch women's basketball. We don't watch women's sports.
I'll watch women's basketball.
Our women as a nation. And I mean, I love women's basketball. I went to school with Christy, so it's something I grew up with. But women's sports isn't really well watched. So, and our women are dominant.
Yeah, I go to school with Christy Tyler.
So it's kind of a slight towards the average sports fan happens to be male.
So you think all we have to do is win, and people are going to watch it as a casual fan? Because like you said, the women's team was competitive and all that. That didn't make me watch it.
We have an up and comer, and the last time we watched soccer was when Donovan was around, and then Timmy Boy at goalie helped us watch a little bit.
I never watched.
We have a player.
Yeah.
All right, let me tell you mine real quick. I'm with Brandon. Shorten the field, because when we look at every other sport, what are they doing? They enhance the offense. They enhance the scoring. NBA, the touch fouls. You can't be doing none of this no more. Football, everything's pass interference all of a sudden. You can't do. You hit the quarterback too hard. We want more scoring in there. We want more scoring. Hockey, same difference. There's no scoring. I don't want to watch it.
Yeah, 0 to 0. How can you watch it?
Smaller. Make it smaller. That there's more action towards the goal. And then my other one was as a strategic level. let's say the game is 0-0. They can keep all their scoring systems. How about each team has 5 players that they're going to do penalty kicks, right? But the coach gets to put them in order 1 through 5, which way they're going to go. The other team does the exact same. So you don't know if your best is going against the other one or not, and vice versa. Making some strategic level of interesting.
See, that's what I want to give it.
And then whoever wins the penalty kicks wins that game. What do y'all think about
Coach,
that?
Coach, let me give you a shout out real quick. See, Coach is so smart. That's what made us so fucking undefeated, man, on defense. Man, we used to, Coach, tell him, man. We used to crucify.
I had great talent. It wasn't just all about me. It wasn't all about me.
It wasn't about you.
It wasn't all about me. It was about a team. We were a team. That's why. All right, fellas. What about what I just said?
I don't even know how they do overtime or if they have overtime.
They have their star player from each team go, and then the next one goes, and whatever.
I think the best thing I heard was shortening the field. If you could shorten the field up, we might get into some.
It just looks huge.
The nation get into an arena style soccer.
That would be much better. You see somebody running, and you could probably go to the bathroom, come back, that mug's still running.
Still running laser lights and some flashing, black light lit and crazy.
I mean, their cardio's got to be ridiculous.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
Like ducks fly in the arena.
All right, we talked about that a little bit. All right, college football, real quick. Notre Dame versus USC. Do we have a chance to win? That means no.
Nah, Notre Dame's gonna win this game.
Notre Dame's gonna win. There you go, Tommy.
It's a strength. It's a strength versus weakness, and the other way around. It's strength versus strength. USC bombs the ball versus a team that can play the pass, and Notre Dame runs the ball versus a team that cannot defend.
Can't stop the run.
They can't stop. These boys are fixing to run over.
We're getting to it, baby.
It might be 30-4. It might be 30-13.
Ooh, I like that. But I also saw us lose to Marshall, so can't get too excited. Brandon, we got a chance? You the bet man. They're only getting. We're only we got 4.5 points. Can we at least cover that?
You got a chance. I mean, I did pick. I think USC at the beginning of the year to make the playoffs because I think they have something special on offense over there.
Yeah, he's their running back though, right?
If you can slow that quarter passing game down, you got a shot.
All right, Shamond.
But I think they cover. I think they'll cover. They'll cover on you.
Damn.
Man,
you don't know about college football.
Pass.
All right, another big game. The Michigan Wolverines, number 3 versus number 2 Ohio State. I'm not gonna get into it. You can say who you want to win. My biggest thing, Brandon, is the loser. What does the loser have to do to still make the playoff?
I don't think they do.
You don't think the loser makes it, even if it's like a overtime by 3 or so close, it doesn't matter.
Notre Dame beats
They're
USC.
Out.
I mean, TCU is going to have to lose,
and TCU loses. That keeps this game in.
And USC's got to lose, and then we're 6th. We ain't got a shot, or whatever.
LSU's what? 6.
LSU could lose to A&M and could lose to Georgia.
My team.
Who's 5? 5 is somebody else
whack.
Like
save this game.
Who's 5?
Michigan's winning the whole
USC.
No, aren't they 6?
They can save this game.
We're 6.
This game again.
I thought y'all were 7 for the playoffs.
I thought we were 6.
So you're telling me USC?
Oh, Clemson. My bad, Clemson.
So Clemson lost to Notre Dame, who's ranked 15.
They're weak, yeah.
USC lost to somebody else that's ranked way less than that, right? So y'all are telling me Michigan or Ohio State, the loser that lost to either 2 or 3, has no shot to get that number 4 spot.
I think they do.
I mean, they have a shot, but they need a lot of shit to go their way.
USC to lose and the Horned Frogs to lose.
You to lose. Yeah.
So Brandon, do they play in the Big Ten championship game, or is the winner of it?
Do they have a championship game?
Don't they have a Big Ten championship game? Are they in the same division, or is it
for who?
I'm not.
Michigan, Ohio State.
This is
they don't have a conference championship game.
I don't think they ever had one.
Yeah, they do, because I remember Penn State one year won the conference championship game, but Ohio State had a less loss or some crazy stuff that happened, and Ohio State went to the playoff and Penn State didn't, so they got one. But my question is, are they in the same bracket? So the winner would play like Penn State.
Do they play every year?
Who? They play every year.
Then they can't be in the same.
So they can play again in the Big Ten championship game.
They got to be in the same. I guess. Let me see. No, I don't think they can.
So the winners can play like Penn State and
no, but they should win out.
There is no Big Ten championship.
I didn't think so. I thought it's this. It's Ohio State every year.
So it's about the loser.
Yeah.
Wow, that's gonna be interesting. All right, finishing up, heading into the next segment when we talk about Week 12. So with 3 new starters, the Panthers, Texans, and Jets, all 3 new starters. We've already seen Washington, the Saints, and the Colts all get new starters also. Jacoby Brissett is going to play supposedly his last start for Cleveland, then Watson's going to take over. He came out publicly and said, I think that I played well enough to be a starter next year, period. So I started looking at the quarterbacks, Darnold, Baker, Matt Ryan, Jameis Winston, Davis Mills, Heineke, probably Mariota. And then with Stafford, Brady, and Rodgers, who all 3 of them might retire. Could Jacoby Brissett be a starter in the league next year? And y'all can throw in Daniel Jones since y'all don't think he's going to be there.
Yeah.
Shamond, could Jacoby Brissett be a starter, or does he deserve to be one?
Oh, yeah. He deserves to be a starter, and he deserves to be a starter. I like the Falcons, Atlanta. That'll be a perfect place for him.
Don't they got Ritter?
Yeah, they got Ritter.
Desmond Ritter is not better than Jacoby Brissett.
Okay, that's fair. So you're saying yes for Jacoby Brissett?
Go ahead, Brandon. To go to the Falcons. Yeah.
Okay. Brandon,
he can get a start. Yeah, he can get one. I mean, he's always been a decent quarterback, man. He can start for Carolina. He can start for Washington, maybe.
Is he better than Heineke?
Nah, he's not better than Heineke. Heineke's nice, bro.
He's gonna make less mistakes.
Is he Mr. Turnover in the red zone every week?
No, you put Heineke.
He was a Dolphin, right?
49ers,
he is a Dolphin. So Tommy, can he be a starter?
I don't think so. I wouldn't. I don't like it. I would if I was. I don't like it as a franchise. I would not pick. I would put Desmond Ritter.
But he has played well this
White
year.
can start first. Davis. Houston did a great job a few years back when they grabbed Davis Mills and nobody thought he was.
Third round.
I'm starting. And he's worth something now. They could probably flip that guy right there for a few picks and make away like a bandit for something that no other team has the cojones really to do. I would not start a guy like Jacoby Brissett.
All right, so look at it real quick before this runs out. All these teams that I said are making changes and stuff. What backup quarterback has a chance to be the starter? Jacoby Brissett, Mitchell Trubisky. Somebody might pay Heineke. Somebody go pay Drew Lock. I don't know, or one of these guys.
Nobody's paying Drew Lock.
Who's the best one? I mean, who's going to get a job?
Nobody's paying Heineke either.
Heineke.
Well, Heineke is a starter.
Is it Teddy Two Gloves getting another job?
Yeah, Heineke.
Teddy Two Gloves is probably got the best chance out of everybody you mentioned to start.
Trubisky deserves no shot.
Trubisky's a tight end.
If Bridgewater does, because Bridgewater's
I've said it since last year.
Real quick, 1 minute left. 1 minute left. Jimmy Garoppolo, where's he going next year? Or do the 49ers keep him?
We keep him. We're re-signing him to a 1-year deal.
We didn't think they could keep him before, but I don't know.
We're re-signing him to a 1-year deal. We can bet money on this. We're re-signing him.
What do y'all think, fellas?
We're re-signing him.
Giants?
That's a good bet. The Lions.
That could be scary either way. All right, thank y'all. Rellism Raw episode 140, part 1A. Oh, no, this is B.
Yeah.
Coming back, week 12 with the all elite betting and the fantasy. I want a fantasy stud for each game or a guarantee bet wise. Next show. All right, fellas. We'll be back real quick. Thank y'all.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank y'all.